Hey there! It is Saturday, May 21st. It's about lunchtime here. We have been outside for about 45 minutes, working outside, cleaning up the yard. I've been handling a baby, running around, letting her play, letting her spend her energy so I can put her down for a nap. So I just put her down for a nap and I started working on something that I have been wanting to do. So let me share it with you. Y'all have seen me a lot working in the front yard, cleaning up the front yard. It's back to where it needs a touch up, but I'm starting to notice it's really fluffy. I think there's a huge Mod Podge of different growth in here, and I'm wanting to clean it up, give it more of a distinct look. And I started doing that up here on the front bushes by the walkway. This is what made me remember I should go get my camera so I can share how awesome this is going to turn out. I just started doing this. I've only worked on it maybe 5 minutes, but I'm just reaching in here, deciding what plants are staying and what plants are going. Well, holy moly. So Mike came in the front yard and asked me to help him with something in the backyard, and as I have a gajillion things on my to-do list, got distracted, and we super fast cleaned up the backyard, and I'm really excited because it's looking really good. It's cleaned up. I'm going to give you some reasons why I'm moving things the way I am, and then while we were almost done, it started downpouring, of course. Well, that lasted about 15 minutes. The downpour is over. There might be another one coming, but we are gonna try to get as much done as we can while we have some time. I've lost my help, but that's okay. I still have a lot that I want to get done, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing and the super awesome, exciting things that I have in the future. You ever have one of those moments where you're looking everywhere for the one thing that you can't find? And then you find it where it belongs in its spot? I should have checked here first. This from our back door is the back left side. In the world aspect, this is our northeast corner. So it gets a ton of shade from this giant tree. Last year there were a ton of bugs over here. It stays kind of soppy wet over here, and I thought it'll be a great spot for compost. I started this pile, I threw pumpkins in, they grew, they're flowering. I checked the flowers, it appears they're all males, so I don't think I'm gonna get pumpkins this year. I keep looking, I keep checking, because if I see a female flower, I'm gonna use a Q-tip and try to at least create the pollination, reproduction, magic. But if not, that's okay, they were pretty. Next to it is where I'm going to start a new compost pile. I have some things in mind to keep the smell down. I also have a tarp that I can lay over the top of it. So I really want to work towards making good soil here, even if it's a little bit at a time. Here is all the work that we got done that I did not document at all with any video. We moved the trampoline back over to the right. That frees up the very back space of the backyard, which is our north side. It gets a really nice sheen, crisp morning glow to it. So I'm gonna put my chairs over there, the fire pit over there, so I can sit over there, drink some coffee, and stare at my garden. We haven't changed any spots in the garden, but we did move our larger table to the side of the garden, and that's what's going to be the garden center. It's going to house all the things that are related to the garden, so they're easily accessible. And then I'm hoping it will also double as a washing station or a cleaning station. I can make something over here for when we are harvesting later this summer and fall. We do not have a garage or a shed or a lean-to or anything to house our lawnmower, but if we keep it under a table, it stays safe. So this is actually an older table, but the more sturdy table of the two that we have for the outside, and that is going to house our lawnmower. Right now it's also going to house empty containers, but it's its own space, its own zone, so I know where to find what I need, and we're going to reduce bugs. I'm really excited about how the backyard's coming together. It feels clean and crisp, even though it's all the same amount of stuff. It's just in its own place. It's in its own habitat. Those of you that have watched any videos from last year, this housed our morning glories, the beautiful blue flowers that my daughter picked and planted, or well, she picked them at the store. And she planted them and they grew, and we had no idea what morning glories were, and they're huge and fantastic and amazing and beautiful, but also poisonous. So we don't want them anywhere that we plan on having any livestock. Chickens maybe in our future. I keep dreaming about them and want them, but all in time, in God's plan. But so I have an idea. I want an archway that I can walk under, and I'm going to use the bell stick again to climb them up, and then over across another stick or 2 or 3 that I'm going to have attached to the metal shelves. And then I'm envisioning that the morning glories will grow up the stick across the top, and then even if they just grow across the top of the metal shelving, it'll feel like an archway, somewhere for us to enter and exit in our garden space in our backyard. Finally, here on the north side of our backyard, this extends from where the driveway stops and then all the way to the fence. This whole area is shaded. I am going to clean up the stick pile. I've been saying that for weeks now in multiple videos, but I swear one day it's going to be finally done. Clear this out just so that it's a cleaner space, and put a pile over by the big tree where we kind of started this little conversation. That way I know which sticks I want for maybe garden zones, which sticks I want for building things, and which sticks are for campfires. I moved this chair over. I was gonna sit over here by the backyard and show you my beautiful landscaped backyard, and I forgot that it is all wet from the rain. So let's look up. I'm so excited. It's gonna feel so good. It's going to remind me of how amazing God is and how good God is, as well as how my hard work, my drive, my determination, my goals, my inspiration, my creativity, it can produce something. It pays off just putting in that little bit of work. I did not think I was gonna get that done. That pile seemed impossible, but I did it. On the right, there are limbs that just need to be cleaned up, and I want to use the base of them. I don't think they'll take too long. Over here are my sticks that give me inspiration and I can do something with. Here are the sticks that are shorter and straighter and will be great for lining garden beds. And then here is my bonfire wood pile. It'll burn really fast, but that's okay. So. I have found from previous experience as well that when I am working on something and creating something and have a vision for something, I swear it's like I stare at it and it talks to me. Like I will look at something and I'll just get a feeling from it of which direction it needs to move in its path. And I'm looking at these sticks and that's what my piles are for. I'm looking at the limbs, I'm cutting them, I'm letting them speak to me, and I'm choosing where they belong. It's wild. I also know what I like and what I don't like to work with, having done the trellis. I like the smoother, long, thicker. These that have a bunch of pokies on them, I'll only put a couple of those in my pile to work with. Otherwise, I'm going to say these need to go to the burn-in pile. I'm so excited I did it. Now it's time to go in and get some lunch. And more rain. I swear South Carolina has like the biggest raindrops and it just pours down. It is the next day. It is Sunday now, May 21st. And no, yesterday was May 21st. It's the 22nd, May 22nd. It rained quite a bit off and on yesterday. And so I thought I'd just extend garden working to-do list into today, Sunday. Woke up this morning and it was pouring down rain. So it is around 2 o'clock, a little before 2 o'clock here in South Carolina. It's pretty hot and muggy outside from all the rain we got this morning, but I do have a couple things that I need to do real fast and then I'll get back inside to the AC. I've been working on my bread making skills. I failed again today. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that fail. But first, yesterday, this packet of marigolds was outside. I was grabbing it and somehow it got left on the back porch. Then it poured down rain and it got completely wet. So rather than just call them a wash, since they were soaked, I mean all the way through, sitting in a bottom of a puddle soaked, I'm gonna try planting them and hope that they turn out. I'm not sure where I'm gonna plant them yet. The second item on my to-do list is this envelope. I was sent zinnia seeds from Stephanie over at Hollow Acres Homestead. They've stayed in this envelope because I wanted to make sure that I had time to plant them and capture it and share it, and I'm really excited to finally get to plant them. I've never had zinnias. I don't know what all the hype is about. I know what I see and they're beautiful, so I'm excited to plant these as well. This bucket last year contained our giant ghost pepper plant. I am slowly taking the dirt out of here and adding it with other dirt to top it off. Depending on which one has more seeds, the bigger one will get more seeds and the smaller one will get the one with less seeds. It'll start, oh man, they flew again. Let's see how many seeds are inside this envelope. I don't know how big zinnia seeds normally are. Oh good, she has them in little packages. Zinnia mix. Yes, and some jalapenos. I told her that I wanted some spicy peppers. I was lacking in my garden this year, so I'm really excited to have both of these. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You are amazing, and I'm so glad your channel is growing and expanding and that you can share your knowledge. Zinnias are planted, so let's do the marigolds. We've had great success with these marigolds. We just purchased them this year. Look at all of those in there. Let's just see what we can do. Oh my gosh, it's so many. I think I'll do 2. I'll find another pot. My concern is these seeds got wet, so they might try to germinate and grow, and if they have nothing to grow in, they're just gonna burst their energy bubble and die along the way. And I don't want that to happen. I want something to happen with them, so I might as well try. Alright, I got another one of those herb pots that the squirrels ate all my herbs out of. And this time we'll be more methodical. season, I really did not like watering with the hose. This season, I love my hose. They're besties. Alright, y'all. 2 small buckets have marigolds. Large bucket has zinnias. Some zinnia and jalapeno seeds are left over for next season. All right, finally, thanks to Stephanie sending me those jalapeno seeds, I've got those planted in here. Oh, dang. Perfect example of if you try to plant something and then it rains really hard, that's exactly what would happen. Your seeds would just float up and out. It has happened to me last year far too many times than I want to count. All right, come on, dirt, cover up my seeds. All right, let's try again. Oop, I almost did it again. All right, now those are planted. This morning when I came out here, no, what has happened? What is happening to you? Oh, I know what this is. Okay, so this is a sunflower. It had another sunflower right next to it. That's what I was coming to tell you about. I uprooted this and then pulled them apart. I hope I did not kill it. I'm gonna say I just put it in shock. This was the best sunflower plant of all of them, and I thought it could withstand me poking on it. We'll have to watch and see. Let's go see what the one in the front looks like. This one looks exactly the same way. So those, the first sunflower plant and this sunflower plant, were growing an inch apart. So I was thinking about how much I would love to have a sunflower in the front of the house for neighbors to see my beautiful sunflowers. I split them, brought this one up here, and they both look the same. I'm hoping it's just shock and it'll get over it and perk back up. This is it. I've got my seating spot. I got my campfire. I got my beautiful garden view. I'm really excited. What a great weekend. We got a lot accomplished. We got a lot cleaned up. I had a lot of help from my helpers, and I'm really happy about that. I continue to work hard towards learning skills and developing these skills. And you know what? If my sunflower plants die, it's a lesson that I learned. And all of the bread making attempts that I've had, also lessons that I'm learning from. Planting these seeds, lessons. I mean, it's a ton of trial and error for me, and that's what I'm here to do, to show you that nobody has it perfect all the time. Everybody tries really hard, and if you just try, even just that 1%, it's gonna work out for you. It's gonna push you further along in a direction that you weren't before you started. I look forward to sharing with you how everything grows, including myself. There was a bug. I look forward to showing that a girl with zero homestead skills can learn it and evolve and create her own resolutions within her life and her family. I am a city girl. I don't know the first things about gardens or I don't know how to make things homemade from scratch. I'm just trying and seeing what I can do. Thank you so much to Stephanie at Hollow Acres Homestead. I'm really excited about these seeds and how beautiful these zinnias should look, as well as my jalapenos. Whoop whoop, some spicy peppers. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a fantastic week. And I hope that maybe you are trying something on your own to give yourself a little stability, a little self-sufficiency. In this world with these crazy news articles and all of these crazy shows that want to suck you in and get you to think about the negative and the evil and the bad that's out there in the world, well, take a minute to think about how you watching these negative bad things, perhaps that's producing more negative bad energy. And if we did more good and watched more good and thought about more good, we're going to produce some more good energy in the world. I hope that God blesses you as He has blessed me. I hope you have a wonderful evening, a great day, a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in your time frame of day when you're watching this video. I'm thinking of you, and I hope that God blesses you.